Everybody in this downline space seems to be talking about building passive revenue and retiring from production. Almost nobody talks about what actually has to be true before that's even a real option. And I would like to try to fix that with you. I want to paint a picture, okay? But not the fantasy version, the real version. An agent who has genuinely built a business worth retiring from looks a little something like this, okay? They've spent years operating at a high level in production. They have a reputation in their market that generates referrals without them having to grind for every single deal. They have systems that don't require their personal involvement in every single step. They have relationships with clients, with vendors, with other agents. That is a durable and real business, okay? Alongside of that, they've built an organization of other agents over time, okay? Not by abandoning production to recruit full time, that's crazy, but by being someone worth following and consistently inviting the right people into what they're building, sharing a real opportunity that they are actually operating in. That organization, which is built on top of real production, eventually creates something that can sustain itself, okay? The revenue share income is meaningful, it's real. The referral network is strong. The reputation has been established. And at some point, there's a real choice available, okay? To step back from the volume of active production and let what they have built carry more of the weight. Okay, let that sink in. That's what retiring from production actually means when it's done right. It's not quitting, it's not graduating. There is a difference. This fantasy version skips all of the steps in the middle. Join, recruit fast, stop selling, and it almost never works because the foundation was never there. You cannot retire from something you have never fully built. Here's what I want agents to take away from this whole series, okay? Revenue share as a retirement strategy is real. I personally live it, and I'm not going to pretend I don't. It works. But it's the final chapter of a much longer story, not a shortcut to skipping all the middle stories, okay? The agents who get there are the ones who committed to production first and never let go of that identity, even as they were building something bigger, okay? They don't treat attraction as an escape from the hard part. They treated it as the thing that made the hard part compound into something extraordinary over time. That story takes a little longer to tell, okay? It's a far less exciting pitch and it doesn't make for any dramatic presentation slide. But it's what actually happens in real life when this is done the right way. And honestly, that version of the story is far more compelling to me than a fantasy projection because it's built on something real. All right. So build a business worth retiring from. Do not try to build some shortcut to avoid having to build the real thing in the first place. The revenue share piece works beautifully when it's the final layer on top of something solid. Okay. It doesn't work as the foundation when nothing else has been built yet. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say there. That's the whole message of this series. Production first. Always. If this has been useful, I would love for you to follow along. I got a lot of other content I plan on dropping about various different things, obviously from the brokerage level, from operation level, from the revenue share level, all the above. And if you want to have a real conversation about what really this looks like and ultimately how we genuinely feel about this, I am absolutely here for that too. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. See you in the next video.